Hey guys, we are live backstage with one of my favorite bands. I am talking about American authors, and we are here at Ravinia. So excited. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
Great. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys. We are so happy to have you here in Chicago. Have you guys been here before?
We've been here once before,
Okay.
a handful of years ago, with a wonderful band called One Republic.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, it was an interesting day because it's a fun show. We love those guys. It's great. But it was a weirder show because our bus didn't have any power.
That's
so
right.
we didn't have anywhere to like hang out. And then we were in like this basement green room, and it was just like, it was like a rainy day, and we didn't have anywhere to go, and it was kind of confining.
Right.
But now it's beautiful. It feels
Right.
really good.
Yeah.
Feels really good.
So did you guys just come in today or yesterday?
Got here this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I did
Those
the
are tough.
Long drive from Nashville, but it's okay because we just sleep on the bus. So we sleep all night, show up in the city, and wake up
Right.
nice and refreshed, ready to play.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
to really complain about there.
Really?
Yeah.
So I've always wondered, because being in this business for so long, and I've never slept on a tour bus, and I don't know if I could. So how do you get used to sleeping on a tour bus?
It's so easy.
It really?
It rocks you to sleep like a little baby.
Really?
Yeah, it's small because we all have these little bunks, so it's like a little coffin,
Okay.
kind of, like very very small. But
That's a nice way to put it.
I mean, it's really the only thing that I can compare it to. But it's nice. You know, I fall asleep right away.
It's
Really?
It's always so cold, and really, you kind of just don't have a choice. You just gotta figure it
You
out.
have to,
You have
right?
to do it. Yeah.
You have to fall asleep. And then you wake up in the morning and you're just like, what city are we in?
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I know. I used to travel a lot for work, and sometimes there were times that I'm like, what city am I in? Where am I?
Totally.
So you guys are living on the East Coast, right? Still when you're
We're-
home.
We're based out of Brooklyn. Yeah,
Right.
Based out of Brooklyn.
Right. Big difference. So what's your favorite city when you guys are traveling?
Ooh, no.
a hard one.
Well, this tour was great at
Yeah.
home actually because it was this new venue, outdoor rooftop venue.
Oh, yeah.
Like right behind the Brooklyn Bridge, like overlooking like lower Manhattan, and you could see the Statue of Liberty from the stage. So it was
Wow.
pretty incredible. That was really fun.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Denver's always cool. We got to play Red Rocks again, which was beautiful. We got rained out.
Wow.
But OAR, they're the best band, and they let us go back on stage and finish our set. So it was like really special night.
That's cool.
And I think other than that, probably Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah. Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, really?
Sorry, Kentucky.
Sorry, Kentucky.
You're not number one. You didn't make the top three at least.
You're number 4.
You're number 4.
And we're going to see you next year.
I think, Chicago is fun.
Yeah, Chicago.
Ravinia is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful venue.
Yep.
Honestly, my number 2 favorite city in America is Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, next to New York City.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
You can't beat New York City, so it's
Right.
you just can't.
No.
It's pretty much impossible.
No.
No competition.
But
I love New York. It's just
Chicago's
crazy.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Chicago's number 2 for
It's
sure.
easier, right?
I don't know if it's necessarily easier.
It's colder.
It's colder in the winter.
Well, it
I just
is.
love the vibe. I love the vibe.
Yeah.
I love that it's a big city. I love all the different neighborhoods, and I think the beach, like the
Yeah.
lake beach, is so
Gorgeous.
wonderful in the summertime, especially because I don't know if there's like another major city that has a beach on it.
Right.
Right? Like even though it's a lake beach, it feels like
A real
a
lake.
normal beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's incredible.
That's pretty cool. So let's talk about. I got to go down memory lane.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you guys met in college?
Right.
And how did you guys decide to create this band? How did that go?
It was always the journey,
Really?
We all went to music school. That's where we met.
Right.
And, I know for me, I went to school just to meet like-minded musicians to start a band. So when we kind of found each other, realized we had
So that worked out, right?
Yeah. That was, that's
And you liked each other.
yeah. It's
Mostly.
it's been the same band. Yeah, mostly for the most part. But it's been the band the same members for the last 12 years. And then it's funny because I was telling we went out last night. I was telling some friends that even our crew that we tour with, we have our tour manager over here and whatever. We've been with the same crew for like 5.5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
And
awesome.
we all hang out together and we all
Which
go
is
out
Big
together.
family.
It is a big family.
Yep.
And it could be good and bad, but I think that's a really good thing. That's for sure.
Pretty cool.
So
honestly.
was there ever any genre that you thought about, hey, you know what, maybe we go into this instead of doing this, you know? Or
Oh, totally.
really?
When we first started, we started out as kind of like an emo rock band.
Okay.
Then we went into like
Electronic.
kind of like like
Wow.
a dance, you know, like a lot of like kind of like I don't know if EDM was the right word, but I'll just
Right.
say dance music band.
Right.
Then we really wanted to be Coldplay, and we really felt like we found our calling with that.
Right. I could see you as Chris Martin.
Yeah, we were really going like it was very Coldplay sounding, and then we kind of turned into this bit more like fun, upbeat indie rock.
Yeah.
So to answer your question,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
And
we've
now
tried.
and now we play bluegrass hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
That comes later.
It'll be in
That's after midnight.
two more albums. Two more albums will be there.
Right, exactly. First, we're gonna like roll out an EP, just test it a little bit.
Yeah.
Test the waters.
Right, exactly.
Good job, good.
So the other thing, do you guys remember the breakthrough hit? Let's talk about it. Best Day of My Life.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Completely
mean,
forgot
but
about
do
that.
you? I know, right? It's only got what is it? Triple platinum certified and plenty more. But do you guys remember when you were writing that? And did you think, wow, you know what? I really think we got something here, or were you like, okay, well, it's a song,
We felt like it's a song.
right?
Yeah.
And then when it took off, was it crazy?
Yeah, well, it happened slowly because we wrote Best Day of My Life, and then we wrote another song that we still play on our set. It's called Believer. And Believer was really gaining traction with like alternative radio and whatnot. So everyone thought Believer was the hit. Like we got signed basically off of Believer.
Okay.
And then Best Day of My Life at the same time was getting all these commercials.
Right.
Television shows commercials.
Right.
So we didn't really think of it in like a single way. We're just like, cool, it's getting these commercials. We have another song that's kind of a single. And amazing. But the commercials kept going and going and going, which created this massive snowball effect. Where it got to the point where it was just like outselling everything else because
Undeniable.
it was everywhere. It was
Right.
everywhere, and like even like the label was like, why is this song selling so much?
Right.
So then we're like, maybe let's switch gears and push this as the single.
Right.
And that's kind of when we all went, oh wow, it's actually reacting and working.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's it sound like when I just read this? Is that you guys have had 1 billion global streams. That's crazy. That's a big number.
I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
see?
Yeah,
Right?
That's awesome.
See, you're learning something today.
I don't know.
And I gotta tell
It
you,
feels
big
really
congratulations.
good. I
Isn't
feel-
it?
Feels
yes,
awesome.
it does
I know,
feel really
right?
good. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's awesome.
1 billion streams. And then
Pretty
you go
cool.
back like years ago when nobody even knew what streams were. So now it's so great that there's so much out there. You know, there's so much access to get your music and your information out to everybody out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first time you guys heard, and I love asking this, first time you guys heard your music in, on the radio, what was that like?
Oof, it was in a van. It was in our van, the touring van.
Really?
Yeah, our first touring van that we bought as a band. And it was playing at a station in New York. And I remember we cranked the volume all the way, rolled the windows down, and just screamed.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Because you were like, this is us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's so surreal. Really, really cool moment.
What's more fun, writing songs or performing live?
I like performing live.
Yeah.
And I like writing.
That's why you guys work. Look at
Weird
that,
balance.
right?
Yeah.
I like that. So, let's see. Seasons is the most recent album.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And so, tell us a little bit about what's the inspiration that you kind of want to get out to the fans for that album.
I think it was maybe trying to do something a little sonically different, but still keeping the message of hope in our music that's, been such a common theme throughout our entire discography. And with this one, we did it in Nashville, which was different too.
Yeah.
So we were kind of in the woods, up in the mountains, and I think it was really just trying to experiment with really just different sounds and kind of like a different side of us emotionally that
Right.
we wanted to put out.
That's pretty amazing. Any bears
Yeah.
up there? Big black
not that I
bears?
saw.
Okay.
Maybe.
We saw some mountain lions.
Oh.
Mountain lions, some eagles. There was one, a mountain lion, like, walked, or was it a bobcat? I don't know what
Little
it was.
bobcat or
It was a
something.
bobcat or something.
It was little, I
walked,
mean.
It walked right by the window, though, and it
Yeah,
was just, like,
yeah.
staring at us.
You see deer and
Yeah.
a bobcat or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So you do see some fun wildlife. It was really, really fun.
That is fun.
And I think we also just tried to do whatever we wanted to.
Yeah.
It was not as much, okay, we need to fit in this box of a pop,
Right.
best day of my life kind of thing. It was taking all these elements that people know and we think like about American authors and doing something that was really special to us.
Right. Which is so great.
Yeah.
Well, I know we got to wrap up. I have one last question, which happens to be my trademark question, which is kind of fun. And I'm going to ask for both of you. If you were a groupie for any
Yeah.
artist,
Sick.
any band,
Awesome.
any genre, dead or alive,
Wow.
who would it be for?
Well, that's just like saying like, who's your favorite band?
No, no, no,
I guess
no.
it could be like
No, it's a
who's-
groupie.
Who's sexiest?
Okay, sexiest. I like
Well, no,
that.
that's kind of what that means, right? Like, if you're a
I don't know,
groupie,
man. I don't know.
if you're, well, because there's fans that come out to a lot of shows, but then,
Right.
like, I guess the classic definition of a groupie
I know,
is
right?
someone who wants to do a little more than just watch the show. Maybe?
Maybe.
So if I wanted to do a little more than just watch the show, yeah. I'm trying to
Hard
think
one.
of the hunkiest group I know.
Right.
When I was a kid, I was really into Spice Girls.
Yeah?
So I'd groupie out. Yeah, okay, how about that?
Little Gwen Stefani.
One, yeah, Gwen Stefani's cool. When I was a kid, I was really jonesing over the Spice Girls. And then, so maybe Spice Girls, and I want to pick a rock band too.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. You know, probably Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, I like
I think
that.
Anthony Kiedis is a hunk.
I
And,
like that.
we were just talking about Red Hot Chili Peppers. We were like walking up here. We were talking about how like they've had a couple different members in the band, and I really liked the Red Hot Chili Peppers Dave Navarro days because Dave Navarro is also pretty hunky. And I also loved Carmen Electra growing up.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Okay.
it could be like a glimpse to her too.
Right, exactly. That's so funny. I know. Now,
I know,
what are you
now
gonna
how do I
do?
follow
See, I'm
that up?
thinking of
I
the,
mean, like,
you know,
what? Simpsons? I don't know.
Right, no. I think I would pick Feist. I don't know. You ever seen her play? If you have ever seen her play guitar, it's like whoa.
Really?
Oh yeah. Feist, and then I have to go classic Beatles
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I just went strictly like sexy physical.
I know.
Like, yeah, have you ever seen Dave Navarro's abs? Shredded, bro. And he's like, the way Feist performs on a guitar is it's magical.
It's just beautiful.
I'm like, yeah, Anthony Kiedis, take your shirt off.
Oh my goodness. We've had an incredible time. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much. We
Yeah.
can't wait for tonight's show. Live at Ravinia, it's Front Row Phyllis.